Jacob, and we have Mo Farah.
Thank you very much, Nomad. Coming into this game number 2, I think Collapse, yeah, he's got himself probably milk chocolate. He's probably a milk chocolate kind of guy. Or maybe a rose chocolate. I don't know if many people have had rose chocolate before, but it's delicious. It's the 4th chocolate. But yeah, he's got himself that blink initiating hero with some lockdown. Maybe not as, big and impactful as you're thinking, but I think it's going to be big and impactful. And I think Collapse is going to be pretty strong with the Sand King. I worry for Tundra how they're going to deal with this and what they can do with this Slark, Ember, Lycan core combo.
Yeah, I think they have some damage issues on Tundra potentially. Like if they take these long fights, then eventually the Slark will come online, right? And they'll be able to, eventually just chew through. I have a really a high tier level analysis here for you though, Beak. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
We didn't get to see the Blood Wolf yesterday. We didn't get to see the Time Wolf in the last game. What about the Fish Wolf?
Okay.
Do
half
we
fish, half wolf, half Slark?
You were really struggling to think of something there, weren't you?
I forgot his lore. I can't remember the name.
I think TSpirit side lanes in particular look really strong, though. Obviously, having this like Nightmare Mag. You have the Nightmare into the skewer, right? Where if they're not really careful, you can skewer the enemy under the tower. So, kind of have to be very careful on the Shadow Demon and Lycan not to ever push out of position. And this Sand King Willow as well. I mean, there's so much damage that can come through from these two.
Begins.
Interesting to see how Collapse skill builds this game as well.
Yeah, a lot of control in these lanes that could be difficult to deal with, and Sneaking will pick up the bounty as he disrupts Yatoro, and so will 33, so 2 for 2. And found a sentry.
Who put the ward down first there? Do we know?
On the cliff?
Yeah.
I'm trying to click the other one. The
good
100 did.
Tokyo. Oh my god, 3-3! This block with the wolves is unreal. Like all of a sudden, this combo that they have with the Nightmare potentially, they're so far away from the tower. Oh, my poach is playing against Lycan again.
He's always playing against Lycan and dying to the wolves.
Something running away from wolves, yeah.
He'll change his name from Maposhka to Dances with Wolves. Soon enough. And yeah, we've seen 3 be such a great Lycan player. He's taking a lot of damage here from this Mag.
Mag not easy to lane against at all, and with the Bracer especially, he has a lot of damage to work with. Doesn't even need the Quelling Blade. 3-3. Oh, misses the Shockwave. 3-3 is going for this build again that we've seen. I can't remember who it was yesterday that did. Where you get the Quelling Blade and you rush the Helm of Dom with the Helm of Iron Will.
You get that Helmet of Iron Will pretty quickly. You've got that extra armor and HP regen.
Oh, South cancelled on 3-3.
Yeah, just on the edge. Which is going to be significant because Snaking only has 2 tangos to give him.
Yeah, like they don't have any more salves between them. I wouldn't be surprised to see another one coming and getting ferried out here.
It's going to be on Snaking to have to buy that, right?
Yeah, and he is. His courier's coming out. He knows.
Yep. Got that salve. Mid lane right now is 9 just a touch ahead of Toronto Tokyo.
Yeah, and after the madness of last game, it is easy to forget how well 9 played in the early stages of last game with these Invoker rotations. So 9 off to a good start already again. How's bot lane going? We haven't talked about that lane at all yet.
Slark 12 and 2, so Skidder doing a good job, and well, you still have Collapse at 11 and 0, but for the moment he's about a half level behind Skidder and not too comfortable standing in as he's gone Burrow Strike as well as the Caustic Finale, and gonna lose his courier, but I believe it dropped off whatever it needed right before it died. Oh. Burrow Strike right.
Tokyo mid.
Yeah, he's getting quite low. They've got the Searing Chains, but 9 taking the damage here from the tower.
No way.
The Simulate still going down. 9 will get first blood, lose his life afterwards to the tower. For a second, I thought Toronto Tokyo had just outplayed him, but comes out of the dissimilate, doesn't have the damage, and 9 gets first.
I think if he had gone anywhere instead of on top of him, I think the tower would have finished him off anyway, right? So, a bit brave from Toronto Tokyo, thinking he could have got through that flame guard. But not quite enough damage, so good trade for 9 there. Gets the XP advantage in the mid lane. So getting to that level 6 first is going to be really key here.
That, of course, being if 9 doesn't give it right back, but it doesn't look like he will. And Miposhka only came over for a sip of the fresh bottle and then put a sentry down to block this camp.
Really nice. I mean, honestly, this top lane, though, is the one that really worries me for Tundra. Oh, Skeeter taking a lot of damage. Do they have a salve? Okay, they have one on the gyro. Yeah, he's fine. Because the thing is, like, with these wolves in this laning station top lane, you can't even push in with them, right? Because the Magnus just cleaves through them. You have to be so careful about how you micro them. I mean, if there's anybody that can do that, it's going to be 3-3. But
is under attack.
And 3-3, again, just you gotta praise his prowess with this Lycan, and he's been in tough spots before. Yatoro doing a really good job at the moment, 25-7. And interesting to still see how Yatoro is going to use this Magnus. A bit of a different hero from him based on what we've seen from him before.
oh, Barter.
In some trouble. Throw strike. Bramble Mace. Skitter coming over, though, doing a lot of damage on Amira. Bada has the stick. He'll pop a salve. He'll stay alive, and nobody going down in this bottom lane.
Look at Far's net worth, by the way, on the gyrocopter from where he's just been buying salves over and over again. He has level 6 on the Ember here, so he'll be fine. Can always just jump away if he needs to.
It'll keep Toronto Tokyo alive, which is big, because if he had died a second time, his impact in this game really slows down. He really wants to hit that 6 and potentially make a jump. I would almost go as far as to say top. I'm not sure if he wants to go bottom or if they think they have the control to get the kill on the Skitter just yet.
It's a difficult kill to get this Slark. I don't think it's going to... unless he like steps up and somehow blows up by like 4 caustic creeps, I don't see it happening.
C33, despite the fact that he was struggling with his lane a little bit, he ends up top of the net worth. They're going to look over at 9 again. They've got the Cursed Crown, but he gets a Remnant out.
Oh, the region spawns top as well. Can Toronto Tokyo get there first?
Wolf was there trying to make sure that they can deny it. We're holding for 9, and it does a good job of securing it.
He's running top here as well. They want to contest the stacks.
Yeah, Yatoro might be in some trouble. Snake King's over here. They've got the help from Miposhka. If that's enough, though, 3 stacks of the Shadow Poison. The Nightmare is out onto 9, but Yatoro looking very dead as the Sleight of Fist comes in from 9 and finishes him off. Miposhka, not a lot he can do with just the Nightmare there, and it's a good job by 9 to come over and get that kill.
I
mean, that's something Spirit have been so good at this tournament as well. Obviously, when they played that gyrocopter as well for Yatoro, getting these stacks on the dire side. So well read by Tundra to get this deep vision down, if you can see the ward in the top jungle, and going in contesting the stacks. You get phase boots on Sanking. Interesting.
Are fortified. Dire's top tower.
Drag this creep wave all the way over. See where 3-3 is just farming, and he goes into the shapeshift. They want to go in Yatoro once again. They've got Snaking as well as 9 here. He just came into the lane. He'll skewer back under the tier 1 tower. He does have RP, and now they might be able to get a kill here onto 9. Thinking about the RP, there's the slight RP missing. Oh, just on the edge of that slight, and now he's able to Remnant away. Cursed Crown's still there. 3-3 with the shapeshift. They've also got the help from Bada. They'll go after Miposhka. The chase is on under the tier 1 tower. The Remnant forward, looking at Mira as well. They'll get the kill on Miposhka. The Searing Chain's locked up full supports, bringing them close enough to potentially run down. They'll go into the Shadow Realm. 9 is ready to go. The Sleight of Fist ready to throw, and Searing Chain's in a second one shot from dead, and 9 will get the kill. They'll take out 2 heroes here on Spirit, and Tundra now have a 4-1 lead.
Dire's
Nine
top
is
tower
styling
under
right now.
attack.
He's having a great time.
Dire's structures are
Yeah, look at that damage, as you can see. The RP was really unfortunate from Yatoro, though, right? Like, it was like a frame away from actually hitting the Ember. Look at these wolves, so they're scouting out the stacks.
Yeah.
The staking's coming over.
Now he knows he's been spotted.
And the thing is, like, you know it's not even a ward, you know it's the wolves. Like, what do you do?
The thing, too, is Snake King's just going to steal this stack with the Shadow Poison. Grabbing 2 neutral items with it and finishing off the Arcane Boots. So Snake King, he's sitting top of the net worth on the support. Similar situation to last game for Snake King, at least. Not a little bit more different. He's in the bottom of the net worth, as we talked about that. He had a lot of regen getting ferried out over to the bottom lane.
The thing is, with those stacks as well on the Shadow Demon, like, he's level 5.5 at 9 minutes. So much XP on the supports already.
And now Mira making stacks, but coming out of the high ground is Fada, so he'll spot these stacks again. And Tundra kind of know the name of the game is stacks here for Team Spirit. Curse Crown, 9. He's going to back off. They found Fada instead. They'll drop down the Aether Remnant and the Bramble Maze. Going into the Shadow Realm in Toronto, Tokyo will get a kill, but Yatoro, he understands that Tundra are going to be aggressive for these stacks, and he's going to try and come over and clean them up. Shockwave, Sleight of Fist, Mira puts the Curse Crown on him. That will finally send him away with 4 heroes from Team Spirit showing. This is opening up a lot of space here for the side of Tundra, and the Burrow threats into the trees, now trying to TP out.
Radiant's top tower
Damage just won't be enough, but they've already taken the tier 1 tower up in the top lane.
Yeah, Snake King not even managed to get the disruption off, unfortunately. I don't think I've seen a game like this where stacks are so hotly contested in a long time.
Toronto, Tokyo. And
10-minute
Aether Remnant going for the double damage, picks it up, Astral Step away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. Maposhka there just in case. They throw a sentry down and they're gonna spot this observer.
You have to remember as well, in this whole time that this chaos has been going on, Skeet has been free farming away in this bot lane on the Slark.
Yeah.
Like, he's having a really good time. Almost has that Echo Saber online already, so for a hero that doesn't, you know, farm particularly fast, especially in comparison to something like a mag, Tundra have been doing a really good time to find him that space.
Collapse. Might be in trouble. Snake King trying to get over for the disruption. You've got Toronto, Tokyo here. Popping the double damage. He's going to go after Snake King. Snake King dead immediately. They've got the dust on a collapse, but I'm not sure they were going to get him with that dust. There's nothing Fada can do, and he's now dead to Toronto, Tokyo. Bull support's dropping on the side of Tundra. Good rotation there from Team Spirit. It's Collapse feeling the pressure and having to back off. And look at this, 3-3 taking the stacks again.
Yeah, he's having a really good time. And 3-3 we saw from the Lycan on him last game. We talked about it with Faithian yesterday as well. Hitting that timing with the Helm of Dom and just farming for a little bit longer, right? And getting that Helm of the Overlord online before you really commit to these fights. Almost blink on Sanking here, by the way, 200 gold away. Be a big timing, especially for, you know, impairing with the Dark Willow. You have so much burst damage between the two of them.
Yep.
But the kill
and now
threat.
You've got the Echo Saber on Magnus coming out too.
Okay, so game going okay for both teams. You'd say probably slightly favoured towards Tundra still if you had to choose the winner, but not really anything in it. Small margins.
Your anger is useless here.
It's so funny that Collapse got to play this amazing mag last game, and they just have the ability to just flex it to position 1 in game 2. Like, I did not expect it whatsoever in the draft, and I don't think the panel did either. You know, we kind of just assumed that it was going to be Collapse playing it again.
And I think they assumed that all the way through the draft, and now they'll go and look to try and get this kill. They've got the Nightmare, though. Maposhka trying to stay alive. The Pounce was in. The Terrorize is there. It's got the Slark in a bit of trouble. And now there's the disruption coming out from the shadows. They lock down Toronto Tokyo for a second. The epicenter comes down and gets the kill on the Snake King. They're going to look for the rest. They've got the shockwave that lands on 2. Fada looking like he might be dead next. Rocket barrage on Yatoro, but he doesn't quite care. Astro Step looking for the dissimilate. Doesn't land on Fada. Another rocket barrage, but eventually he'll have that resonant pulse to finish off Fada. And now you've got Toronto Tokyo, who is 4-1-2 and has gotten 4 kills in a row since dying over mid.
Nice place by 3-3 there to get the mid tier 1. They have a grip available here. 9 just by himself.
The grip. Shadow Realm Strike, and they had everything ready to go in terms of more lockdown to make sure that they could finish off that Ember.
Have we ever seen a TSpirit hero get picked up without them looking to try and react and get involved and turn the fight? I don't feel like we have. It feels like whenever anything happens, there's like 3 heroes there, like straight away.
They're always reacting, and they always react with numbers well. Communication is just... It seems like it's top-notch from Spirit. I don't want to take anything away from Tundra because I think their communication has been just as good. It's just not better than Spirit's.
I'm still a little bit worried for Spirit about this Helm of the Overlord timing, though. You know, we've seen what it can do. 9. He's fine. He's okay. Yet to see much from Skitter, though, as well on the Slark. He's kind of just been farming away for now. And he just got the Echo Saber on the mag. The Blink's already coming out, as the Observer's showing.
In the void.
It's going to be a big timing here. Yeah, I think they're grouping up to smoke.
No surprise.
With the double Blink.
Spirit find a timing. Spirit want to play aggressive with that timing, which has been their theme. Jules picked up for Toronto Tokyo. He's also going into the boots. Travel has a regen rune and will have it available for this fight. 3-3 goes into the trees, kind of sensing that something's wrong. And that Helm of the Overlord, Ancient Black Dragon, is in the lane trying to do what he's been doing with this hero constantly. 3-3. Got a TP, and do they want to fight? 3-3's going over. 3-3 moving in is the rest of Tundra right behind him.
The smoke broke onto the 3-3, but they'd already gone on the dragon.
Good 8th Remnant, and now the Remnant forward from 9, looking for the Terrorize, holds it, and now Mira thinking if Tundra are going to come any further forward. Back him away with that Terrorize, and now the Yule's onto the Ancient Black Dragon. Cursed Crown, they're trying to get this 200 gold.
So quick, though. It's like a Black Dragon with skates on, you know?
Somebody draw that for us.
Never refuse gold given.
Ancient Black Dragon with 2 wolves. It's the toughest combo to pushing out waves.
Even more like Game of Thrones now.
Yeah. Everything except the last season.
Tokyo.
He's in pretty deep, and Sneaky's going to immediately go with the Demonic Purge. They have Mira here for some help. Fire burning Toronto Tokyo pretty heavily, but not enough to get anywhere near this kill. And then back over mid, they've got the Burrow Strike for the epicenter. They have the Fiend's Grip to lock down 9 again. They'll get the kill. The epicenter brings Fada down to about half health. Collapse now on the run. Snaking does not have that Demonic Purge, and Collapse will just run away.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the damage from Tundra? Like, I feel like they have so much chip damage, but to really commit to somebody is so difficult.
Toronto Tokyo catching with the Yules, has the 8th Remnant, another kill here for him. He's on a mega kill streak, 5-1-2, and they're right by this 2-1 tower mid. Haven't exactly felt Skitter at all this game.
Yeah, and look at Nine's net worth after this really good start to the game he had. He's just died, I think, 2 or 3 times in a row, and now he's got nothing really in net worth. Like, he can't even finish to this Maelstrom because he understands he has to get this BKB now.
Is under attack.
And immediately Spirit respond. They bring 5 heroes over mid. They get a tier 1 tower, and they've got a 1k lead, putting the pressure on Tundra. Which in the first game, it was Tundra putting the pressure on Spirit for about 35 straight minutes before they had a response. Do you see it going the same way? Like, can Skitter farm up enough where pressure's being put on by Spirit, but Tundra, they're feeling okay enough to eventually fight back?
I mean, my problem is with the Slark, right? When he gets this defusal, you're talking about them being able to fight back. I don't see this Skitter getting this defusal and being like, wow, like they're ready to go now, right? Until the Slark gets BKB, how do they fight back? Like, they have so much control, like with RP, with Terrorize, with Burrow Strike, with Fiend's Grip. Like, there's so many things to worry about. So, like, even if you get this defusal, like, you're chipping away. They're going to have so many rounds of spells on Spirit that to take like this prolonged fight because you don't have insane Spirit like burst damage is going to be so difficult.
Ooh, Remnant actually, I believe, went through and breaking that smoke. You're talking about all these spells, and you're talking about him having BKB and feeling comfortable going for this fight, but they've got Fiend's Grip, they have RP. The BKB may not even matter.
They're going Roche again.
Smoke while they're in the pit.
I don't think they can do anything about this though. They just die so quickly, like with the minus armor.
Actually, it's not as quick. And they're starting to respond. Toronto Tokyo is going to throw an Aether Remnant in there and actually locks up Skitter, who gets bashed by Roche.
It's actually not fast whatsoever. I'm completely lying.
We're back into the Brambles. Burrow Strike to follow it up. They're going to lose themselves Fada. Do Tundra still want to fight this?
I've seen this before, B-Cup.
It's not looking good for Tundra at the moment around this Roche pit, and immediately Toronto Tokyo heads towards bottom and cleans up that creep wave, while I don't think Tundra have the confidence to go for Roche anymore.
Bika, I'm such an idiot, by the way. I'm like, man, Tundra have no damage, and they walk into Roche, and I'm like, man, they're gonna kill it so quickly. Like, what am I talking about?
Prize.
It's not even like this is a fourth best of 3. It's not even like this is a fourth best of 3 of the day, B-Cup. I'm just... I've only got 1 today. What's my excuse?
I'm looking for outs. I don't know. I'm not the analyst of your casting abilities.
Oh, mid lane.
Covenant's collapse. This is a decent kill for Skitter if they can get it, but the Burrow Strike looking for the homing missile, forced back to the Shadow Poison. This is backing them up, actually another RP. Oh my god. They kill off Collapse just in time for having the homing missile to hit Yatoro, who's trying to go in for the RP.
They absolutely did. That was ridiculous.
Oh my god. All right.
And now, without the stanking, this Roche looks a lot easier. Even if it does take a while.
That was timing to a T. They have found Fada again, who's looking for a high 5 and hoping they do kill him and take the attention away from going into the Roche, and they grab the Aegis on Skitter. That was a wow.
Yeah, that's
over mid was nuts.
That's a huge win for Tundra though. Collapse, he almost had the blink up and available, but really well played by Snaking. He understood that, and with the Shadow Poisons, he let them go early to cancel the blink. So that the Sanking didn't have it available. And there's the BKB on the mag. We were talking about lack of damage on Tundra before. With the BKB. Maposhka.
They're coming up towards top. They want to go for this.
Yeah, with the ward, they know something's coming.
Now the question is, do Spirit respond? And I think with the Aegis, they don't want to exactly make their way in.
Never refuse gold given.
I say that, but Yatoro starts to creep up towards top. They're staying nearby where if they catch somebody out of position, they'll go. But I don't know if they're going to move anywhere past these steps that are in their jungle to make something happen.
Yeah,
They lost their vision near the lane. Yeah.
Oh,
They've got
Radiant's
RP.
bottom tower is under attack.
Collapse isn't nearby though. He's pushing up the wave. And with the ward dying, TSpirit probably not going to feel too safe.
They're like right on the edge of where their vision is, and the second it's gone, they withdraw.
Yeah. All about playing around that vision, B-Cop.
They won't even risk taking a step too far. You could see them. They're playing. They had the vision by the camps. They're behind the trees, making sure nobody sees them. The second that vision's gone, retreat. The second the vision was gone by the lane, you know, move further back. Try to like draw them in even.
That Black Dragon can't kill the rune in time because it attacks so slowly with the animation. Really nice pickup by 3-3. As you can see in his quick buy, he's actually picking up a pipe, which in most games probably not that useful, but in this game in particular against like the Willow, the Sand King, the Void Spirit, that's a huge amount of value, so liking that. And then we're going to definitely see the axe queued up after, right, for the Fish Wolf. Please.
Hopefully.
We keep talking about them, we never get to see them. Slark actually goes axe before BKB. Wow. Okay. Maybe feeling a little bit more confident with the Aegis.
Dire are scanning.
Now 2 pounces.
Yeah, it helps you like dance in and out of the fights a little bit more. It does feel really good to have.
I'm just feeling comfortable enough to start slapping that tail down. Pushka's just up here top by him. Well, not really by himself. Toronto Toki is nearby, but Pushka farming, and he's starting to get some net worth under his belt. Now they're going to look over. They've got the pounce. They've reached up the Sand King. Collapse. It's out of the call down, but they just don't feel confident going completely in for the fight. Slark caught. There's another pounce. Hanging over at Mira, who does have that Yule, looking for the terrorize, but missed times.
Artavo by himself.
And they have found Fada once again. The question is, can they kill him? Another pounce from Skitter, and this is allowing Skitter to play a bit more aggressively. He almost gets caught, almost gets terrorized.
Yeah, really unfortunate. It's a difficult thing to time, right? Because he's going to dart back straight away.
Yeah.
So you need to try and time it as efficiently as possible. So, yeah, it looks
really impossible to land.
He's just trying to, you know, push the limits as much as possible, and it just doesn't go the way that you want it.
Actually, meet again, and now they've got the pounce. Tundra never really left. Oh, in the Vision's grip! He pounced, missed it because Collapse blinked back! They might be able to get the kill on a Skitter because of this! They at least take the Aegis, they get the kill on a Fada!
Are they going to FP here?
Do they have the control? They'll go into the ulti, they're going to try and keep up with him. They've whipped up Collapse, but the double pounce, he's got a little bit of range away, and Collapse's burrow string is just a hair short. But man, that was close. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they've got the Euros. The 8th remnant lands on a 33. Yatoro available. They'll use the RP, and with the skewer, with the damage, they'll have the kill to take out 3-3. 2 massive kills and an Aegis taken away by TSpirit.
Biko, are you sure this isn't a replay of game 1? Like, these punishes from Spirit to be able to take this Aegis. Tundra really struggling to find that way to just, like Thebon was talking about on the panel, to just end the game, right? They get this really good Aegis advantage, but they can't really do anything with it.
Just he pounces, misses Collapse. I can't believe it, and that drew him to his death. $1K lead now for TSpirit. Top of the net worth is Yatoro, who's, like I said, was going for that Daedalus, and he's switched off to buy the Silver Edge.
Yeah, it's such a great item at the moment. Just within Dota, I think it's never a bad choice.
Bottom lane.
Oh, he didn't jump again.
And Astral Step, TP attempt, but Snake King ready. As the disruption, they'll get the pounce, and Snake King will get the kill.
Yeah, big kill as well, because Toronto Tokyo has been like, it feels like he's been split pushing for like 10 minutes, right? It's been so annoying. So they finally punish him. I think if he'd have double jumped there, maybe he would have got away. I mean, it probably wouldn't have made a difference, but tried to hold on to it as long as he could. But with the more TPing bot here, this is going to be a free top tier 1 for Spirit.
Structures are fortified.
It'll get them some gold
say that.
and no glyph, so they're trying to hold it. They are trying to rotate. Blink Dagger was the purchase for Snaking. He had that and the Axe queued up at about 2,400 gold, so he decides to go for the Blink instead of the Axe. I know Collapse wants an Axe, and unfortunately Lycan does not, at least not yet. He's going Solar Crest. We desperately want to see him have that Axe. Ooh, quick nightmare from Maposhka. Burrow Strike comes in. Maposhka, he has Fiend's Grip. They're going to shapeshift. They're thinking about going onto the high ground. They've got the sun on the Collapse.
Can they get anyone, though? They're so awkward.
It's a bit split up from Tundra to make that jump and to try and take this fight.
If the Ember can't just run in and slide chain somebody, their catch is so limited. Do they have 4 staffs on Spirit as well? What do the supports have?
They have a Yule's on Mira and then an Aether Lens on Maposhka.
So I feel like when those 4 staffs come out, the Slark's game is going to be even more difficult, right? I'm assuming they're getting one on at least somebody.
There's the Shadow Blade for Yatoro and the Silver Edge finish. Okay. So he'll have Silver Edge next. And for so much. Pounce, Diffusal into the Shadow Realm. Skitter playing aggressive once again. The Burrow Strike comes out, but the Dark Pact in time.
He tried to layer the Burrow Strike with the with the Cursed Crown there, sorry. So they would have got the chain stun, but it doesn't quite work. Close game, though. I mean, last game it felt like Tundra were always in control, right, with this big net worth advantage, and
right.
Dire are scanning.
I don't know, it's not feeling quite so good for Tundra this time. Oh, again, they managed to dodge the Burrow Strike.
And they're going to go in. They've got Snake King using that Demonic Curse to have the damage going out of the Collapse, but do they have enough? He's stunned up for the moment. They're going to kill on a Collapse to come around. It's going to be Skitter looking over on the poker to use that Fiend's Grip. They got the kill on a Collapse, but they end up losing 9, and now the Terrorize is out onto the Slark. So Slark held still by the Brambles that were ready in the Terrorize. On the other side of this, Toronto Tokyo, he's in on bot as well as Skitter. He's got the step counts up. We got RP coming in from Yatoro, and it's a big one.
Where's the damage though?
They have the damage follow-up. They've got the Cursed Crown on a 3-3. Pounce up from Skitter. The RP's there, but the damage is in. Now they've got themselves a disruption coming up from Snaking. That'll lock down Toronto Tokyo, but he's got the Dissimulate, and he's got an Astral Step. Oh, the Pounce almost catching Toronto Tokyo. And despite the fact that the RP was there, the damage was not. Almost a big turnaround for Team Spirit. Did in fact kill 9, but the turnaround from Tundra with buybacks from both supports scares off Spirit from going for even more.
Yeah, this they managed to kill Collapse, right, but they have to drop so many spells on him. Like, they use the Purge and everything. It stops the Yules from coming through to save himself. But as soon as the grip goes on the Ember, the rest of Spirit are fine. Like, they kill the Ember and they all just retreat. They get the double buyback from Tundra, and especially with the Roach spawning here, this is a huge fight where these supports aren't going to have buyback.
We're looking for it. Gonna see if Roach shows up. They'll leave some wolves and well as the ancient granite golem. And Roche is up.
I think you force it if you're Tundra.
Ooh. Skitter goes shard before the BKB.
Okay, I mean the shard's so good though with the
Shroud now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can respect that. Because the thing is, right, like if they RP, you can just run in with the shroud.
Which is currently down for 28 seconds. No RP available, and this might be the timing for Tundra to go in and get themselves roached. TSpirit a lot more postured on this one than the last one. And we'll see how quickly, if at all, Tundra get it, if they're going to go right into the pit. But right now, they've smoked up. They're wrapping around, potentially looking for a pick-off to go for Roche. And a lot of smoke breaks. They've got the Bramble Maze. They'll go into the Shadow Realm and try to leave Skitter. He's the one on the front line of this. Right, clicks onto an illusion. Aether Remnant comes through, doesn't land on anybody, and they're going to Nightmare up the Granite Golem. Corn toss on a 33, and now they've got him in the sandstorm. They're going to jump in and get the silence down on the Snaky, so there is no disruption saved, but they don't have the damage to get the kill on the 33. They're going to pop the mini kitty as the pounce leeches up Yatoro. Go to the other side. Tokyo, he gets slow. 9 gets the kill there with the BKB running out from this Magnus. I don't think they can contest this anymore. Question is, does Tundra go right for Roche, or they continue to get pickups here in the mid lane? They're going to look over here onto this Dark Willow. There's the Remnant forward. They've got the pounds leaking up the Dark Willow. As well as the epicenter. They've got themselves some damage onto the Slark, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Fada going into the front lines of this one, throwing a homing missile on Maposhka. Collapse on the run. The BKB's been popped by 9. The Bramble Mace is not going to lock anybody up. He's looking for a high 5. And well, the Burrow strike now onto 9. But they don't have a Fiend's Grip. They only have a Nightmare. They've got Yatoro moving forward. He does have the RP available to him. There's the Blink. It's also a Horn Charge. Score up onto the high ground. Snaking. Yes, looking to help out, looking to have that save. He's got the disruption. There's the pounce as well. Somebody's to get the kill to the collapse. They look over Yatoro, and now the damage coming out of the Magnus. He's
no detection.
Silver, and they don't have the detection to get the kill on the Mag. 3 stacks of the Shadow Poison isn't enough to finish off Yatoro. Now they've got the sweep. The disruption comes in from Snaking. That'll keep the Slark safe, but it's not like he was in danger once the rest of Spirit backed off. And on to Roche Tundra should go.
Under attack.
That fight could have been so much worse for Spirit. Honestly, I mean, they used the grip, but he cast Dark Pact just before. So it basically just gets wasted, right? They can't find the opening for the RP, but really good target selection by Tundra. They managed to blow up Toronto Tokyo straight away. We've talked about their problems with catch and potentially damage as well. So to be able to like bring down one hero as quickly as that was so impressive.
We're going to get the Aegis in the hands of Skitter once again, and that has been plenty of Agi, or Ajoxin, or Tundra, but we're yet to really see use these Aegis claims for a lot. Each time they've had the Aegis, it's been blown out of their hands pretty quickly.
It's just been that pick-up from Skitter, right, where the Aegis gets wasted. But looks like Tundra here, they're just looking to group up. Not so easy to punish him like this. He went Basher before BKB as well on the Slark. He's like, well, I got another Aegis now, so I still don't need BKB.
Hold up on that.
I can afford to be a little bit more greedy again.
Smoke from Tundra, looking to keep the pressure on. They've taken a net worth lead overall, finally. They've got on a gold here on the Slark as well as the Lycan. 9 a little bit lacking, but he has come back despite that disruption in his game. He had a great start, got slowed down, and now he's caught up to Toronto Tokyo. Was caught in that last fight. Skitter coming around, looking over at Mira, who's into the Shadow Realm, but Pounce leashed up. And now throws the Bramble Maze down. Curse Crown for the Dark Pact is there. They've got the second leash with the Pounce. And now sort of his Searing Chains. The damage is out from Skitter to get the kill onto this Dark Willow.
Yeah, Yatoro needs to run here.
Oh. EKB. And there's the TP.
Please don't find me, sir. I mean, you can see that Spirit are starting to have Slark issues, though, right? I mean, this hero becoming a big issue now. Skip to Saber Spray is so aggressive, especially with the Aegis.
That's what's cost him in the past, is playing this aggressively. This time, though, he just had the team around him. Got a lot more protection than in the past. Trying to kill
Philosopher's Stone.
That courier.
No, he doesn't. Grip it.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Got the bullwhip. He still can't catch up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You gotta grip that courier, dude.
Always worth.
Haste.
And they're gonna push into the high ground here. Spirit aren't really ready for this. They don't take buildings particularly quickly on Tundra, but if you don't come and react...
Ooh, Pounce deep in the base. Skitter going in. He's already taking half health and damage. He's silenced up. They're going to remnant forward, trying to help out. They're not going to jump in just yet. They go into the Shadow Realm. Skitter doesn't get off the high ground, though. They're looking for the Terrorize for a second. They'll stop it. Now they've got the Sun out on a collapse. Terrorize lands onto 2. Skitter standing forward. They've got the Snoop out on a collapse, so he's going to stay alive for a second longer. The 8th Remnant was going to lock down anybody that makes the jump onto the collapse, and now he's going to pounce down the low ground. They go for this tier 3.
Here comes the 2.
Try and get this. They don't have the Terrorize available to them anymore. They do have Bedlam, but if you can't get him for that damage, it's really not of much use. We've got Toronto Tokyo trying to use this axe to get the silence and push them away, and they get the tier 3. That's it for right now. All this whole time, Yatoro is over in the top lane, and they're going to TP. They want to get this Magnus.
They have dust on the Shadow Demon here as well.
Silver Edge senses them looking.
Radiant are scared.
Oh, 9 might no! 9 might no! Oh, I thought he was going to throw a slide out. They were looking like they were going to get close, and potentially he was going to get the stop.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised he didn't beat him TP. That was ballsy. I thought he was going to be like extra safe. Almost Bloodthorn, by the way, on the mag. I'm pretty sure that is. That he has queued up.
Double damage.
So lots of damage potentially coming in here.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Question is, who are they going to focus on?
Is Lycan going Axe, by the way? Please tell me they're getting Fish Wolf.
He is not.
Oh, man. So disappointing.
He's almost got the goal of 4 Ags if he does change his mind, though.
Nah, he's definitely going to go Hex. Against the Void Spirit, I think it's really good as well. That's a good thing about this Lycan, right? You get this like core item of like Hell with the Overlord drums, and then you can kind of go whatever you want depending on what the game needs.
There's the Bloodthorn picked up. Flicker will be found here for Tundra.
Big item this game against the Willow in particular, that Flicker.
They're smoked up. They're trying to make a move here, ramming forward. Now the Burrow's back on the 9. They've caught him, and now they've got the Thieves Grip with the Silver Edge, and the damage coming out from the Bloodthorn. They'll get the kill onto 9. It's not the Aegis carrier, but that is a big kill for them to get. They're trying to catch up to Snake King. He's got that shard. They got to catch up with the Dissimilate. The Burrow Strike lands from Collapse. Skater coming over to protect his support. There's the Pounce. It will reach up onto this Void Spirit. Toronto Tokyo throws an 8th in now. They've got the Burrow Strike.
Oh my goodness.
Right as the Aegis times out again, there is that timing, and this time it's for Spirit.
Now Snake King's in trouble as well.
Oh dear, they've caught him. The Bedlam damage is their solo target. They will take out the Shadow Demon Spirit. They find the timing and they will take out these heroes on Tundra.
Just fine.
Timeless Relic for the Dire side as well. Oh my god. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate for Tundra, right? But they're so like half committed to that fight, it felt like. They weren't really sure if they wanted to go in or not. Skit has been so like good at avoiding like spells and everything this game, but you can see all it takes is one good spell usage from Spirit and they can kill him, right? But he's just by himself. I don't. It's so bizarre. I think with the 9 death, right? Just
Start really with that, yeah.
Like they don't need to take the risk, surely.
This all of a sudden puts a 5,000 net worth lead. into the hands of Spirit.
That Bloodthorn, by the way, looks absolutely ridiculous. It was so strong. And I know it costs a lot of gold, so you'd kind of expect it, right? But
Where's my pension?
the amount of damage output there with the Bloodthorn.
God,
Madness.
Spell Prism picked up for the Ember, so maybe 9. Doing a bit more tough. Octarine Core for Collapse, too.
Does Skitter have BKB yet? That's what we really need to look out for on the Slark.
Almost. Is he going to disassemble the Echo Saber?
I think so. He's put it off for so long. This guy, it's like 40 minutes into the game. He still doesn't have BKB on the Slark. And you could say, yeah, maybe it's a mistake. But, I mean, in these late game scenarios, when you have the 9-second BKB duration instead of 6 seconds, it can make a big difference. So if you're able to get away with not buying it until the late game, it can work wonders.
He has disassembled, so he'll go back for the Echo Saber. Now he's picked up this BKB.
Trickster's Cloak, a good item this game. But maybe not so much against the Bloodthorn, I guess?
Black's sitting on the edge of this, and they're going to spot him, but they've got the skill back on the bottom. Now Skitter's going to come in. The Terror's going to be thrown forward, but they get the stun onto the Magnus. Now he used on the 9. Terrorizer's going to follow it up. They've got the Burrow Strike, and now you pop the BKB. Side of Fist, and this pop. Post go below. Skitter's got the BKB, and now he's going to finally fight into this. Pounce, right click, bashes coming through on Yatoro, who's got the RP, thinks about throwing skewers out of the fight. Mira comes back in, and now stunned up, killed off, and down will go the Dark Willow. They're going to remnant forward, trying to catch this Magnus, and they spot him. They've got the Searing Chains, but the break comes down for the Silver Edge. They're going to Bloodthorn onto this Ember. They'll use the RP, and they won't get anything for it. The animal losing 9, though. Toronto Tokyo gets the kill.
It's so low.
Uh-oh, Burrow Strike, Skitter call once again. He'll end up dead with no buyback. Yules, that hits Snake King. They've got the control on both these heroes. The Burrow Strike from Collapse hits them both.
Mira's back again.
Snake King. Mira back in one more time. He's got the Terrorize. He's going to look to potentially get that Bedlam kill. They'll take out 3-3. Mira gets credit for that. And now Collapse is right on top of Bana. Going to be a back-to-back team on here from TSpirit. Potentially, they'll get the Burrow Strike. They'll buy themselves the damage to take out Bana and finish off this team wipe.
I think they really overestimate on Tundra how easy it is for them to kill people. Like, they find the mag, which is awesome, right? But they have to commit so far for it. And the rest of the, like, cast can't keep up with the Ember and the Slark. It takes them so long to come and help because they don't have this huge jump that the those two cores do. My goodness, and Roche is up soon as well. Like, this could be a big win for Spirit if they're able to pick up that next Aegis.
Yeah, Spirit really hoping to get their hands onto an Aegis in this game. First two have gone to Tundra, and this might be, what, Refresher Shard or the Ag's Blessing.
Yeah, this Void Spirit is absolutely destroying this game, by the way. Like, with the Timeless Relic on the level 25 as well. His, like, utility in these fights and control, the amount of damage he can output as well is... It's so difficult for like Tundra to lock him down and deal with him. In this late game scenario. Roche up now.
Skitter, Pounce, Leash, first hit bash onto Toronto Tokyo. They might be able to get the kill on the Void Spirit. They're looking over because the silence is out onto Skitter. Skitter hit with the Burrow Strike Collapse. He's in pretty far. Looking. Slaps that tail down. They've got the dust. They're going to continue to move with this Sand King. Pounce from Skitter is well off to the left. They have the disruption. They'll have the control. The BKB gets popped here. Looking for the Burrow Strike. Makes an escape. So he's hexed up for the moment. The Pounce is going to break this gap down, and they'll look to get the kill to Collapse, but they've got themselves the Curtis Crown. Another Burrow Strike coming up for Collapse. And they'll remnant forward from 9. We're going to get the kill. Finally does with the Sleight of Fist. They'll pick up the gem. big
No buyback
here for Mira to try and get out, but they don't have the buyback available on the Sand King anymore. They'll send the wolves forward. That has Curse Crown on it, so that'll stop them from chasing Mira. But as that fight happens, as they get the kill into the Sand King, Roche is up. Aegis chooses Refresher Shard.
Fata now as well.
Ooh, Fata.
1 in 3. Tundra Tokyo gets the lottery win. I'm really surprised Spirit were pushing so far up in the lanes though when they knew Roche was going to be spawning. You do have to, you know, be really careful in these late game scenarios. One death can really make the difference.
Certainly so.
50 seconds for collapse still.
Long time, 27 for Fata. This time, though, without the Sand King, Tundra don't go into Roche. Double damage over bottom, and they've smoked up. They're gonna move forward, but there's the Yules once again. Dark packed into the Aether Remnant, so they have a little bit of control here on a Skitter, but no follow-up just yet.
That Aether Remnant.
Magnus is bottom.
That Remnant lasts so long with the Timeless Relic. The pull duration. It's crazy. Collapse up in 20 seconds as well here, so Tundra can't even just walk into the pit. Spirit not been punished at all for his death. Is that satanic? Oh, it's overwhelming blink, okay.
Blink, or pounce on to Toronto Tokyo. Terrorize being charged up with the BB pop. That's going to terrorize and hit onto the Slark. They're trying to get Toronto Tokyo away, but they just can't. 9 will get credit for that kill. And now without Toronto Tokyo, that's big for Tundra to get this Roche potentially again.
He has buyback, but can you see how much work that Hex is doing from the Lycan though as well? They almost got
Ags now.
Yeah, they almost got Toronto Tokyo before, but the fact they get
it's on the Skitter! It's on the 3-3! But he goes immediately to the Shroud to the Death Shroud, and now he'll try to get this kill and turn this fight around. Skitter going over and trying to get the kill to Toronto Tokyo. He just fought back and comes into the post. Now they've got the Fiend Grip of Post standing still, holding his ground for the moment. They're going to kill the Skitter. They'll take out this sword. He's going to buy back immediately with the end. This being popped here on a 9, but he's silenced by the Bloodthorn. Oh, and the Sandstorm running forward, going after Yatoro. He'll just survive. He's on the run. 9 gets caught, and he's alive thanks to the disruption. But the Aether Remnant is there. Burlster comes in for collapse. They get the kill on a 9. Toronto Tokyo gets a little bit of revenge. Snake King, 3-3, Skitter all here looking to make something happen, but Burlster comes in from collapse. He'll be hexed up. They get the kill on a Snake King. He's going to get the Shadow Demon. He's going to buy back 9 bucks back as well. So Skitter, he moves over. Now Yatoro comes in with the overwhelming blink. They look over at 3. They've got the metal right on top of the flank, and they get the kill on 3. And he'll buy back 2. Burrow strike hitting Skitter. Curse Crown purged up thanks to the Dark Pack. They try to take out this Ember, and he's dead for 2 minutes. But the right click's coming in from Skitter. That's going to finish off Maposhka. He has buyback available, and now Collapse doesn't spot Skitter, who's invis for the moment. And now Burrow strike collapse. He gets spotted. Snake King's here. They've got the dust right on him, ready to go. They'll get the pounce, and now Mira coming over.
Snake King
3-3 goes into shapeshift. They've got the hex coming from Snake King, but now all that is similar. The damage on a 3-3. They've got the save from Snake King once more. But Skitter, he's right now in the Death Shroud once again. They get the kill on a 3-3. He's going to be dead for 100 seconds. They got the flash on a Skitter. He bought back. He's going to be dead one more time for 2 minutes. And Tundra throw it all away. Team Spirit having 23,000 net worth lead.
He's still going, man. This guy's relentless.
Snake King.
Gonna get him.
They don't find him, but the Astral Step, now that they've got the silence, thanks to Toronto Tokyo. Toronto Tokyo using that Resident Pulse. He's got the Axe upgrade. They'll throw the Burrow strike out. Now they're looking for the battle, and they have the damage coming in from Mira. Toronto Tokyo now dominating. 4 heroes down to the side of Tundra. And this might be all she wrote here for the side of Tundra in this tournament. As TSpirit will get finished off the 2-0, and there are no buybacks ready for Tundra at all.
Collapse is absolutely ridiculous. How does this guy do it again and again and again?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
No buybacks. I mean, this is it.
Ultra step forward. Fada's the only one who can try and hold. He walks forward out of the base for just a second. They'll get the kill. Taking him out. GG will be called. TSpirit lock in the 2-0. They lock in their grand final spot. And they have dominated Tundra and kicked them out of the tournament.